Welcome back to the channel, my Griswold family, my Strat family. Welcome to you guys. If you're new, welcome to the family. The only thing you need to do to be part of this community is learn the strat, watch the videos, become more consistent and more profitable with your trades. You don't even need to do that, but you will get there. Watch the videos, stay with us. I promise you will get there. This is our watch list for Monday, September 26th. I send these videos out to you guys every day for free. In order to get the notifications for these videos, click the subscribe button and then hit the bell. The bell gives you the notifications for when I do send these videos out every single day. I send out day setups, weekly swings, monthly swings, all kinds of different informational videos and learning tools for you guys, for your benefit, for free. We've got over 300 videos on this channel for you guys to learn and become a more successful and more profitable trader, because that's what we all strive to be: more consistent, more profitable, and we just want to win at trading. And this strategy is by far the easiest way you will learn to trade in the stock market. I want to go through a couple things before we get to this list. Number one, the screen that you see is TradingView. So that's the website I use. If you're looking for a platform to chart your trades like I do, like this platform provides, there's a link in the description below to get you a free 30-day trial to their subscription-based services. So you get to try it out for free for 30 days, and then if you like it, you get up to $30 off of that subscription if you choose to move forward with the subscription. But you need to start by clicking on that link below to get that offer. Next up, you can leave comments down below. You can give me a thumbs up if you like the videos. I'd appreciate it. I'm on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold. I have a Discord called Griswold Trading. That link to get in there is in the description below as well. You can click on there, join the Discord. We got a pretty good group of people there. And everything that I offer you guys, whether it's free or fee-based, is available in that Discord. So all the information you need for, to join the Griswold Gold membership, for the trading bots, for the Griswold indicator, which is an all-in-one stop shop for everything strat indicators, that's all in there. Merchandise is in there. One-on-one availability is in there. But all that stuff is also included in that Griswold Gold membership, so go check that out. And the last thing I want to discuss with you guys are the ads. I know the ads suck. No one likes them. Those ads pay to keep these videos free. So what I ask you to do in advance, and I appreciate it very, very much, let those ads roll through. Go get a drink, go get a snack, come back, and we can watch these videos. We can get through the watch list, and it pays for my time, and it keeps your money in your pockets, keeps it free for everybody, including you watching right now. Well, let's get started on this list. We're going to start with Adobe, ADBE. Adobe has a inside bar. All my newbies, everybody who's new, let's talk about the inside bar. So this inside bar is painted yellow because of the Griswold Strat indicator. It does that for you. Gives you the IB tab as well. Does the same thing for the outside bars. Paints them white and gives you the OB tab. Now, when you get the indicator and you see these yellow bars, I want you guys to think of a spring being loaded, or like a jack-in-the-box being compressed and getting ready to pop out of the top of that box. Or that spring, just when you let it go, exploding to one direction or the other. And this is the part I like, because we can go back in time. And the thing I want to tell you guys, any strategy that you have, any trade that you have, there is an element of risk involved. Doesn't matter what anybody says, there is risk, because we trade on probability. And every trade is made on probability. Every strategy is made off of probability, and high probability trades still have risk. It might be a little less risk, but there is still risk involved, because realistically, we don't know what that next candle is going to do. We know what it should do and the probability of what it should do, but we don't know if it's actually going to do that. So we play what the market gives us, and if we fail in one direction or the other, then that's our risk, and we have to take stops in order to mitigate that. And that's where the stop losses come in. So let's just go back here in time. I know I kind of swayed away from what we were talking about. These inside bars all gapped, but you see how there was that. They really did explode off of that and down. So it's a consolidation bar. It's a one candle. So here we go. Let's look at these two right here, and then we'll move on. So this inside bar had a trigger, and I'll mark it out for you real quick and then we'll move on. So this inside bar right here, you can trigger to the top or trigger to the bottom. So this one triggered to the bottom, and I know the colors don't match, and then it hit targets. And the candlesticks, when we're talking about the strat, are telling a story. They're saying, you know, you can purchase me, buy me, short me, buy puts, buy calls at the top or the bottom of the wicks, and then when I hit the preceding wicks, that's my target. That's your sell station, okay? That's your order of magnitude. That's where you take your profit. And the candlesticks are, they're telling a story, and you just need to listen to the story. Triggers, targets, okay? This one went more, and you hop down to a lower time frame, and that's how you manage your trades. But we go through that in all the review videos, not in this one necessarily. But if you go check out any of the review videos I have on trades that I've completed, that's how we trade the strat, okay? Triggers and targets set on the larger time frame and manage it on a smaller time frame. It's the easiest way to trade. Okay, so this inside bar, if it breaks the high, we can take calls at 288.45. First target's marked. If we have puts, we can take the puts. If it goes down, we can take puts at 280.7. And we have our first targets marked out. Now, time frame continuity, also part of the Griswold strat indicator. Right across the board right now, we've got red. Now, unfortunately, the week, the day, and the hour, we don't know what those are going to be until Monday opens up. If they trend up, well, then we've got the day and the week are green. If it trends down, we're full time frame continuity to the downside on Adobe. Microsoft, 2 down, finished red. So we're going to look for this to trend up. We can look for calls at 241.11. And again, I know this is a red, and a lot of times I'll do this. I'm looking for a green candle, but we are really, really close to exhaustion here and to the bottom of this broadening formation. So that's one of the reasons why I would look for this trade to trend up. Normally, I would want that candle to be a 2 down that finished green. But in this scenario, is that a hammer candle? Kind of, not really. We call it a hammer candle. It's an actionable signal back to the upside. It's a bullish pattern. So those two things there alone give me confidence that this stock, this may trend up on Monday. Okay, but we play probabilities. If it trends down, that's what it is. PFE, Pfizer has a 3-1 setup, outside bar, inside bar. The Griswold strat gives you this gold indicator over top of it. And realistically, we're just playing the inside bar here, guys. But the 3-1 setups don't happen very often. It's a rare, rare setup. So we go back to July of this year to find the last one to see how it reacted. And you can see that we had a nice trigger, and this thing ran up. It went from $50.70 all the way up to $51.31. So a good run on Pfizer that would have got you a good gain if you took that trade. So we'll look at what we're looking for. We'll take a peek at what we're looking for on Pfizer with this 3-1 setup. So calls at 44.55, puts at 43.58, and then the targets marked out accordingly. The one thing I will point out to you guys, hammer candle. Okay, it is red, but again, a hammer candle, it's an actionable signal. So we're looking for a 3-1-2. To the upside is basically going to give us that follow through on the hammer candle. We are also tagging the bottom of a broadening formation. Okay, as you can see there. We zoom out and we're coming down from these highs, and we go to lows and then highs, lows, highs, back down to the lows. We'll look to trend back up on Pfizer based on those things. NEO, we're going to move up here. NEO is just something I keep on my charts. So as we move on to AMC, and we'll zoom in. AMC has a 2 down that finished green. We'll look for calls at $8.13. BIDU, 2 down green, hammer candle. Calls at 119.34, and then we've got our targets marked out accordingly to the top. We'll move on to Chewy, CHWI, Chewy, 2 down green. We're going to look for calls at 32.29. First target marked out for you guys. Etsy, 2 down, green, calls at 97.83. And again, guys, these are setups. So if they don't trigger and they go the opposite direction, that's just what it is. Like we can't control that, but what we can control is if it triggers. Okay, so the story here is if I break through the top side, I'm good for an entry. Okay, you want to take a continuation, that's fine. It's just not necessarily a 2, like this is a 2-2 continuation is what we're looking at. Here, or here, or here, they're all 2-2 continuations. So we're looking for a reversal back to the upside on Etsy. EW, 2 down green, hammer candle. And we've seen a lot of these. So again, we'll look for calls at 84.86. And we just put in our first target accordingly at 85.38 at the top of the preceding wick. That's how we set it. Someone asked me once, why don't we have our targets there? It's a great question. And there's nothing saying you really can't do that, but there's a candle there. Okay, so our next target is the top of that preceding candle. And that's how targets work. That's where stop losses get set, and that's how traders trade. Next up, we've got Fubo. Fubo with the inside bar. Again, if you're new, inside bars are gems, okay? They're the easiest thing to trade for newcomers. We can look for calls at 434, puts at 398 on Fubo. GME, 2 down, finish green, calls at 25.17, and really good magnitude back up to the top side on GME at 27.27. Macy's is ticker symbol M, 2 down green, hammer candle, calls at 15.75, and good magnitude to the upside. Moderna, 2 down green, and here's a perfect example, guys. We had a 2 down green right here on this doji candle on Thursday, and so again, we would have been looking for this to trend up, and it didn't. It trended down, and that's okay. We just don't enter the trade on it. Okay, so calls at 125.06, and then first targets marked out accordingly at 126.02. We go on to MU, that's Micron. Micron, 2 down green, hammer candle, calls at 50.15. You guys can mark your targets out on there. 2 down green on Nike, calls at 97.54. NVIDIA, 2 down green, calls at 126.17. Good magnitude back to the upside. Palantir, 2 down green, calls at 7.42. And again, good magnitude back up to the top. 2 down green on Peloton, 8.68. First targets at 9.11. PayPal, 2 down green. We can look for calls at 87.63 and good magnitude back to the upside. Roblox, 2 down green, hammer candle, actionable signal, back to the upside, calls at 35.62, and we can mark our first targets out there. And guys, this is definitely a learning tool. The more you watch this stuff, the more you look at it, the reading the charts will become like reading a book. But understanding the basics of reading, learn the small words, get into the big words, longer sentences, bigger words. It's the same stuff here. Learn with the inside bars, trigger targets. Then you can go to, a 2-2 reversal or the 3-2-2 reversals or the 1-2-2. It doesn't matter. But start with the inside bars or start with something that you're really great at or you think you'll be good at. Start with one thing, master that, then move on to the next thing, then move on to the next thing. And that's how you're going to really be able to learn this stuff at a quicker pace. Baby steps. You got to learn to crawl before you can walk. You got to learn to roll over before you can crawl, before you can walk, before you can run. It's the same thing here. So the more you watch this stuff, the better you'll be. So if this video isn't doing it for you, at the very end of this video, I've got the basic learning tools of the Strat playlist. Go make sure you check that out. So Roblox, the hammer candle, Starbucks, 2 down green. We can call that a hammer candle. We'll take calls at 84.43 on Starbucks. Roku. Why did I have Roku on here? I know there was a reason for it, and I don't know what it is. So I'm going to take it off because I don't know why I had it on there. So Roku's coming off. We'll go to SE, that's C Limited, 2 down green. We'll zoom in for you guys, and we'll take calls on C Limited at 53.86. Now, This one I've got the first target to the bottom of this candle because we have this gap. There's no candle in between here and here. So our first target goes to the bottom of the candle. Our next target goes to the top of that same candle, top of the wick, top of the wick, top of the wick, so on and so forth. SoFi, 2 down green. We'll look for calls at $5.37. Space, 2 down green, bottom of a broadening formation. Level of support, if you want to call it that. Calls at $4.95. Square, 2 down green. We're going to look for calls at 57.01. TGT, target, look at this setup. 2 down green, hammer candle. We'll see how this thing plays out. Calls at 152.79. First targets at 158.52. Upstart, 2 down green, hammer candle. Calls 21.80. Beyond, with the inside bar, we can look for calls at 15.89. Puts at 14.65 on Beyond. eBay, 2 down green, hammer candle through this broadening formation. Okay, so we're through the bottom of it. We're going to see if we can get it to come right back up through the top. Let's zoom in there. 2 down green, hammer candle, calls 38.22. I'll mark out the first target with you guys. Right there. 38.93 on the target. Shopify, 2 down green, hammer candle, calls at 28.91 and good time frame. Good magnitude. There's a meat on the bones. Magnitude. There's beef there. So 28.91 up to, well, let's mark it and see what we got. Up to $30.57. That's a good range. I like to see stuff like that. It gives me confidence that there's opportunity there to make a lot of money off of this day trade. So that was on Shopify. And then we've got Rivian. Rivian Automotive, RIVN, 2 down green, hammer candle. Calls at 33.61. First target's marked. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you are subscribing. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and comment. If you have comments about this stuff, make sure you're leaving them down below. Ask me questions. I love to help you guys out. Make sure you're getting in on that Discord. Everything you need from me is in that room. And make sure you're watching those videos at the end. We've got the Spy Challenge video and the Beginners playlist on the end of the video. So go check those guys out. Good luck trading on Monday, guys, and we will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.